Gaming news. I think we were
news.
talking before the show. Doesn't it feel like there's too much exciting
Yeah,
stuff
I
this
think
week?
we're definitely in a bit of that lull.
This
Before
is pre-E3
E3.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
What
One
do you
good
want
thing
to
though,
start with?
we're getting new DualSense controllers. Hell yeah. Well, new colors finally.
Praise be. Let me
So
tell you.
Sony's announced 2 new controllers launching in June. One called Midnight Black and the other one called Cosmic Red. So
Look at this video. It's very cosmic.
yeah, the black one is, I really like the black one, even though it's two-tone. Like it's a very dark black, and then the plastic around by where the thumbsticks is a lighter black, similar to what it is now on the white one. I mean, people have been asking for a black one since day one, and they want a black console as well. So
is that the trailer? Wow, 30 seconds long. Well, let me tell you, I don't mind the white controller. So when I saw it, I was like, I like the white PS5. I like the white controller. It's different. Like it's, it just stands out. But let me tell you, that white controller, it is god awful when it comes to dirt. And look, I know having a black controller doesn't mean that there's no dirt there, but it means I can't see the dirt as easily.
Yeah. Like ignorance is bliss type of thing.
Yeah, but look, they're both really nice. But I think you pointed out that the red one costs more. Did you tweet that, or did I imagine that?
Yes. So the Cosmic Red one costs $5 more, which to me seems a bit strange.
That's weird. Why?
I know Xbox used to do this with like color ones, but their recent color ones, like the red and the blue and the Lumo yellow, are all the same price as the regular ones. So
yeah,
I'm not sure why this one. I think the red, I don't like the red that much. It's like a burgundy sort of. I do like Sony's PR on this. The explanation from not the explanation on the price, just them describing the colors on the PlayStation blog. Listen to this. Midnight Black features 2 subtly different shades of black with light gray detailing to reflect how we view space through the night sky. And Cosmic Red offers a striking black and red design inspired by the unique vivid shades of red found throughout the cosmos. Like, guys, it's a fucking video game controller.
It's beautiful. Give that copywriter triple pay for this month for going above and beyond, making these controllers sound.
They were like, we've got a red and black controller, make it sound interesting.
But it's the same. Sorry, Xbox does the exact same thing with their controllers. Like, here's this electric buzz, and they'll have a whole blurb as well. It's like, guys, it's just a yellow controller. It's okay. We get it. It's like, it looks
just
nice.
Luma yellow. It looks fucking dope. Yeah.
Or it's red, whatever. It's cool. We get it. But yeah, I think it's cool that we finally have options to choose from. Like,
yes,
because I'd love to have a second controller, but I was not about to buy a white one. Sorry. So I'm glad that. Look, I don't know if I'll buy
this came at the right
one.
time because I was also looking at a new one. So
yeah, I'm curious to see what other controllers come about. Because like the black one's the par for the course. Like we knew it had to come at some stage. Red one, different. But I do want to know, like,
Sony got weird with their controllers late last gen. Like there were Perspex ones, there were like strange purple and orange ones.
Yeah,
I think that got cool. So I hope they get back to that. Like, don't be too precious about your console. It's a fun toy. Like, if Nintendo taught the industry anything, it's that funky control colors work. And I feel like Microsoft is definitely leaning into that as well.
On that, I wonder when Design Lab will come back, because remember that shut down. Obviously, just going into the launch of the new gen. So I wonder when they launch, and they do say it's 2021. So interesting.
I suspect the pandemic maybe delayed those plans.
Delayed it a bit, yeah.
But yeah, I would like it. I would like it to come back, and I would love support locally, even though I know that's probably not going to happen. But I thought Design Lab was really cool.
So you can put a Sandy Barbosa gamer tag on your controller.
Starkiller Triple X 360 on my controller.
What are we getting to next?
Your turn to pick now.
Hot damn. Shall we bounce? I'm quite keen on this. Battlefield 6 is designed for PS5 and Xbox Series X, but will also run on last gen. So I just think it's been a long time since I've given a shit about Battlefield. Like when they went, I enjoyed Battlefield 1. I never really played Battlefield 5, but I really love Battlefield 3 and 4. And Battlefield 6 is going back to modern warfare.
Hey.
And I do wonder, the Battlefields on last gen were masterclasses on like, destruction and just good visual and audio design. That Frostbite engine really slaps. So I wonder what it looks like now on next gen. Like, I'm curious to see what can they do with modern technology. And I mean, Battlefield 5 is actually also one of the flagship titles for ray tracing a few years ago.
Yes, it was.
It was one of the few
5,
titles. Yeah. So like now that they've had time to really play around, I'm quite keen to see what this game actually shapes up to be. So
I'm keen. I mean, I haven't really been into Battlefield for a long time. I'm not into the multiplayer at all. So if anything, if it has a dope single player, I'm there. But yeah, I mean, to me, it's not surprising at all that this is coming to older consoles. Because there's like, even though the new consoles, they both sold really well, the stock issues have seriously hampered the growth of this. So releasing exclusively on new consoles would just really destroy your sales potential right now still, sadly. So
yeah, but on that I do wonder, so like there has to come a point, right, where games are no longer developed for last gen as well. Which, I mean, like, let's be honest, last gen does sometimes hold back any ambition or ideas you might have. Like maybe Battlefield 6, they wanted to have 400 player maps, for example, like something stupid. And they can't actually do that now because, they have to keep it ready, keep it playable on last gen. So this game isn't going to go quite out there, I don't think, not yet. But I'm still keen to see what it looks like on modern consoles, regardless. Like in terms of gameplay, I think it'll probably be par for the course because it's limited by, what they can show on PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm curious. It's always weird when it's like Battlefield's going back to Modern Warfare and Call of Duty's going back to World War II. Yeah. Very strange.
They just swap. They have spies on either side going, they're working on a modern day game. Shit. Let's do a World War II game.
We need to drum that up. It'll take 2 years.
Good Lord. Okay, what's next?
So there was an article published by Wired, where Guerrilla co-founder and now I think he's like Sony SAIE president Herman Hulst spoke about the sort of progress the PlayStation 5 has done over the past 6 months and what people can expect in the months to come. And he said basically that Sony is working on 25 games exclusives for PS5, half of which are brand new IP.
That's exciting.
That's very exciting to me. I mean, some of them we already know about. Obviously, we've got Ratchet and Clank, we got Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, God of War 2, Ragnarok, I don't know what it's called. And then we've got others like Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which is also coming to PC though, so I don't know if that falls under their purview, but I know that they're publishing that. So, but yeah, that leaves a lot of games, like a good 18, 17 games that we do not know about. And I would, probably about 10 of those are brand new IP then at that point. So, yeah, that's super exciting to me. I'm always tickled when new IP is mentioned because I love that.
What's cool though is that Sony were a bit under the gun a few months ago where, I could be getting the words wrong here, but it's basically like they are buckling down, they're remaking The Last of Us 1 and they're focusing on existing franchises, which they are still doing, but it's cool to know that they're not just, not trying new IPs, which I think is what a lot of people were worried about. Like, are they just going to stick to the existing franchises or are they going to spend some time still, exploring about which they are. So cool. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they had to get this out there to be like, hey, yeah, we are still working on new things. Don't worry about it.
Sony, it's okay. Give us a Bloodborne 2. I won't be mad. It's fine. It's okay.
Exactly.
Make new games, but give us Bloodborne 2.
Yeah, Bloodborne 2 better be one of them. Just one of them. That's all I'm asking.
That's cool. My God, sorry, there's a lot of Sony stuff this week. Next bit of news. Returnal developers aren't sure yet if save features will be added. So maybe you could offer clarity here because I think you retweeted or shared an article a few days ago, which I just never got around to reading, saying basically putting a save. I think was it a Patrick Klepek article where it's like putting a save, just including save points in a game isn't as straightforward as you might think it is.
Yeah. Patrick Klepek,
he spoke to a lot of people.
Waypoint. Yeah, he spoke to a bunch of developers from other roguelites, like Derek Yu, design on Splunky. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he spoke to the people at Supergiant about Hades. And they all like basically said the same thing. They said it's not something that you just put in. Like you design a game with a save system in mind or not, because there are certain things you have to take into account when you are like restoring a game to a previous state. It's not just an on-off switch. It's like save systems in games are super complex to me. They confuse the living shit out of me, and they can be either very straightforward or very confusing. But when it comes to a game with a roguelike structure, which has random elements to it, then I think the complexity skyrockets even more. So yeah. Basically, Housemarque said that this was the quote from marketing director Mikhail Havari. Said, "We understand that there are some systems in place that are currently a hindering factor." And he added that Housemarque is seeking to create an arcade approach to a game where a dedicated player could buckle down and tackle the game for a done-in-one attempt kind of experience. But they also understand that some people want a save state added and others don't. And he reckons that having a save state would like dilute the DNA of Returnal, but that, they can't just depend on the console itself, especially when rest mode is as hit and miss as it is. Losing runs to rest mode crashing or the game crashing, which is still happening, that's shit. And there should, in my view, be a save system there to prevent something like that. Not to allow people to save scum, although who the fuck cares? It's a single player game. Like, this is, to me, a very similar argument to like difficulty settings in Bloodborne or Souls games. Who the fuck cares? Like, you can play it as intended or you can play it not as intended. No one cares. No one should care that way. So Rob, I do think that there should be a save system there just to prevent game crashes.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like it's literally just a thing of, look, I hear you. Like, does it really matter if someone like cheats a system?
No,
but having a save system. But like, I don't even want that. I just want the simple save state where it's like, if I've had a long day, but I only have an hour to put into Returnal, don't penalize me.
or
not having any kind of save system.
Like, I get it that there's rest mode, but rest mode just crashes.
I am one such victim where I was in the third biome of a run, put my console to sleep, started up the next day, and my run had just reset inexplicably. My game didn't restart or anything. It was just...
I mean, the fact that Housemarque has to put out an FAQ walking people through how to turn off auto updates, because an auto update would close the game and destroy their run. Like, that's fucking stupid. Like, come on. That is not a solution. And that should have been thought of ahead of time. That's the stuff that irritates me. It's like, you knew that this, like, you have these console quality of life systems that have to be actively turned off because it's going to force you to lose progress in a game. That's ridiculous. It's not acceptable to me. And that Sony allowed it to happen with a first party game that then just exposes the problems of the console more, because the game is depending on rest mode, and now people are coming to realize, like, hey, rest mode's kind of shit. Like, it's reflecting poorly on the console as well. It's bizarre that this whole situation occurred.
I don't get why rest mode does that though. Like,
I don't get it either.
Like, even I mean, going back to the PS4, I mean, I was one of those heathens. So I know Kervin's one of those advocates of like, you must put your console off completely, and reboot it the next day or whatever. I always put my console on rest mode. It didn't matter what I was playing. And whenever I came back to it, my shit was exactly where I left it. So why now on the PS5 is Returnal kicking you back to the beginning of a run? Like, I don't know what it does behind the scenes. I don't understand it. But like, I'm glad such articles exist that say like, oh, hey, a save system's not as simple as like a notepad thing that you just, because in my head, I'm like, just surely it's not that big a deal, but turns out it is. So Sorry, I'm not a game developer. I don't know these things. But I hear you. It's like, how did no one look? It's like, how did no one think about this? But it's like, maybe they did, and they really do want this arcade approach of like, no, like, you will sit and do this in 2 or 3 hours. But like,
or maybe they really had faith that rest mode would be
maybe
enough to
they
support
banked
this,
on maybe they just banked on rest mode. But even that's like, I don't know, like we're a small percentage, but in South Africa, rest mode is a risk.
Yeah,
because
especially with the
we have
electricity
ESCOM, so yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
It's annoying. Oh well.
But whatever.
Okay. What else? Your turn. Oh no, wait, that was yours, right?
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
So just a few quick things, I guess, because the next 3 are pretty quick. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart has gone gold.
Sticking on this PS5 train.
Yeah.
We are not PS5 shills, I swear.
Came out, sorry?
We are not PS5 shills, I swear. It's just that Gaming News this week is like PlayStation focused. Sorry.
So previews came out for Ratchet and Clank.
Sorry, you froze on my side. Go for it.
Oh, sorry. The Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart previews came out this week. It's looking super, super good. The previews are all very positive, very glowing. I cannot wait for this game. So the fact that it's gone gold means it's locked in for hopefully locked in for its June 11th release, which is, I think, literally just before E3. So it's going to...
God damn.
It's going to benefit from the collective hype around just video games in general.
Yeah. I really like this little GIF they shared or video of what's her name? Not Ratchet, Rivet.
Rivet, yes.
Getting a little gold bolt, and it's like achievement unlocked, gone gold. Love it.
So yeah, I'm so excited to play that game. Like that is my most anticipated game.
I need to dive back into the original remake because I played like an hour. I was like, this is real good, and then I got distracted by Village. So
Village. That sounds like you're trying to make Resident Evil sound strange.
It is fancy. It's like Lady Dimitrescu. It's
Dimitrescu, yeah.
Oh, come on. Should we get to
Skull and Bones?
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Skull and Bones.
Remember that ship game? That
the Vasco da Gama simulator we spoke about like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the one in
our Assassin's Creed video.
It's been delayed again, which should come as no surprise because I think it's been delayed for the past like 4 years running now. So Ubisoft had their end of year financial call, and they said that Skull and Bones is not on their calendar for the next financial year, which means it will not arrive before March 2022. They have said in the past that they've completely rebooted this game, but I think it was announced in 2018. I played it at E3 2019. I actually played a version of the game. I have no idea what the game is looking like now, but when I played it then, it was like, yeah, this is a multiplayer version of the ships in Assassin's Creed. This is exactly what I thought it would be, and it was kind of okay. So yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's... Yeah, I don't know. Even when this game is announced, it's like, it's cool. It's look,
you know what games also disappeared into the ethers Beyond Good and Evil 2. Just do not hear about that at all anymore.
This is true. I do wonder what this game's going to be like now when it comes out and what the market will be like. Because for them to believe in it enough to go, you know what, we're going to go back to the drawing board and like, we're not killing it. We're going to try something different. Like they must have faith that like there's a market for a pirate simulator game, which maybe there is, but I'm like, Sea of Thieves is a thing and that works. Like what spin do they put on it? Like I don't know. So yeah, let's see. When was this video that we're watching? When was this even from? June 15, 2018. So the footage you see now is not indicative. I mean, not that it would be,
not
but
what the game is going to be anymore. This looks fairly similar to what I played.
To what you played, okay. Good lord.
Sort of, yeah. Listen, when the game was announced, I was already like, who is actually asking for this? And now even more so. So yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Last bit of news. Ghostrunner sequel in development. So Ghostrunner was that like sort of cyberpunkish, Mirror's Edge-ish, Hotline Miami-ish game.
Which looks really good, but I just have not played it.
Same. I want to play it because it looks visually really good, and it's the sort of game I think would definitely appeal to me. It's like parkour focused and platforming focused, and you die in like one hit type of thing. So yeah, super keen on that. Well, it's cool that it's sold enough that they can justify a sequel as well. So that's neat. And the sequel is only announced for PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. So clearly going all in on that next gen.
Which is cool. Cool
Yep.
stuff.
That's cool. And that's news, yo.
That's news. It's done.